Hyundai Elantra. The Hyundai Elantra is one of those cars that has managed to carve a name for itself in the highly competitive world of compact sedans, becoming a symbol of progress for Hyundai as a brand and a reflection of how the automotive industry has evolved in recent decades. When we talk about the Elantra, we are not just talking about a car that has been sold in different markets around the globe, but we are also talking about the journey of Hyundai itself, a company that rose from being an underdog in the automotive world to becoming one of the most respected manufacturers in the industry today. The Elantra has always stood as a benchmark for affordability, reliability, and practicality, but over the years it has transformed into something much more, an appealing, stylish, technologically advanced, and performance-oriented compact sedan that appeals to a wide variety of drivers. The story of the Hyundai Elantra begins in the early 1990s, when Hyundai was still relatively new to many international markets and was striving to build a reputation that could stand shoulder to shoulder with Japanese automakers like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan. The first generation of the Elantra arrived in 1990, and while it was not revolutionary, it was a car that embodied Hyundai's determination to break into global markets with a product that was accessible to the everyday driver. It was designed to be affordable and simple, with the core goal of offering reliable transportation to families, young professionals, and anyone looking for a car that was easy to own and maintain. At the time, Hyundai was often criticized for not having the same level of quality and refinement as its Japanese rivals, but the Elantra was one of the vehicles that started changing this perception. It showed that Hyundai was listening to the needs of customers and was committed to building better cars year after year. As the years went by, the Elantra evolved with every generation. The second generation, which came in the mid-1990s, improved upon the formula by offering better build quality, more efficient engines, and slightly more refined styling. This was a time when Hyundai was working hard to gain the trust of skeptical buyers who often looked at Korean cars as budget-friendly but not necessarily reliable. The Elantra became an important tool in reshaping that image. By the late 1990s and early 2000s, the Elantra had started to earn recognition not just for being affordable but also for being dependable, with many owners reporting that the cars lasted much longer than they expected. This growing reputation helped Hyundai establish a stronger foothold in competitive markets like the United States, where buyers were beginning to see the Elantra as a genuine alternative to long-standing favorites like the Honda Civic and Toyota Corolla. The early 2000s marked an important turning point for Hyundai and the Elantra. By this time, Hyundai had invested heavily in improving quality control and manufacturing processes, and it showed. The third-generation Elantra, introduced in 2000, was more modern, more stylish, and more feature-rich than its predecessors. It came at a time when compact sedans were becoming more than just basic transportation, they were starting to offer comforts and features that were once reserved for higher-end vehicles. The Elantra offered strong value for money, often